This episode is sponsored by the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. Upcoming featured entertainment includes Buck Cherry on the 13th and Soulja Boy on the 21st. Details and tickets at HollywoodCasinoCharlestown.com. Must be 21 to enter the casino floor and attend a show. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. 10 years ago today, on September 21st, 2014, the TV drama Madam Secretary premiered on CBS. I spoke to the cast and creators during the red carpet premiere at the U.S. Institute of Peace on Constitution Avenue in Washington, D.C. First, you'll hear from Téa Leoni as protagonist Elizabeth McCord, who evolved from former CIA analyst to University of Virginia professor to U.S. Secretary of State and eventually President of the United States.
Did I watch Hillary Clinton? No. I watched more of my grandmother, a woman who was a mother of five, one of the founders of UNICEF, a very accomplished and busy woman, 28 grandchildren. I thought about her a lot because she was all woman.
I next spoke to Morgan Freeman, who served as executive producer on the series.
Got it on video?
Oh, yeah. Is that all right?
Shoot.
All right. When did you first get involved with this project? You've worked with Téa before, as a president, actually, in the past.
That was back in
Back in the day.
Some years ago. But no, my involvement with it is because of Lori and Tracy Mercer. We're partners in Revelations Entertainment, and we just came up with the idea of doing it and managed to sell it.
House of Cards has that shadow creep across the opening credits. People try to paint that as, cable, casting a shadow over network TV. Are you going to bring network TV back a little bit?
No, that isn't the aim. If we do, all more power to us.
All right, thank you, sir.
I also caught up with Tim Daly, who played Henry McCord, Elizabeth's husband of 25 years and later the first gentleman of the United States.
I remember first seeing you, and obviously in your debut in Diner. Oh yes. And I've noticed that a lot of times in this show, you're kind of the comic relief. At least, you're the supportive husband and everything, and you're also the intelligent professor with students doing the Dr. Indiana Jones bat in the eye at you and all that. But what does it mean to be able to bring levity to a show that also has some really serious stuff?
Well, don't forget that I did a situation comedy for 8 years called Wings, so I do hopefully still have some comedic chops, and I think it's the obligation of an actor, if you can, and you have a faint whiff of comedy, you gotta go for it. So, we deal with some very serious issues in the show, but, if I can find any humor, I'm going to see if I can squeeze it for all it's worth.
Talk about the writing a little bit, because I remember there's one pillow talk scene where you quote, I think it's Thomas Aquinas, so it's a little philosophizing and then a little joking, too, at the same time. Talk about the script and the writing.
Well, I play someone who I don't think we've ever seen on television before, which is a religious scholar, and a professor of religion, who's on a very high level. His hero is Thomas Aquinas. He quotes him a lot. But I think it's interesting, and we'll see it play out as the series goes on, because being an expert on religious history, you are by necessity an expert on history and history of ideological and violent conflict. So I think that Henry can have a unique perspective on the kind of things that Elizabeth is dealing with on a daily basis.
I next spoke to the legendary Keith Carradine, who played President of the United States, Conrad Dalton.
One of my favorite movies of yours is Nashville, of course.
Yeah, it's going back.
All right. Oh, yeah. I love that old history. If your Oscar-winning song then was I'm Easy,
yes,
what would be the philosophy of your president? I'm what, if you had to put it in 2 words?
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
For an answer, or that's it?
That's the answer.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Because, it seems to me that whoever is in this position in life, it's Barack Obama now, and whoever it is next, and whoever's been in the past, I think that's probably the most demanding part of the job is gathering all of the information and thinking long and hard before making a decision.
At what point did you find out about the project? Was it before House of Cards came out? After?
Oh, no, it was after. It was well after. And at that point, Kevin was not not yet the president. But this is a very, very different animal from that.
Do you not even really think about that role? You just try to make it your own, you know? You're cognizant of it.
No, the only place I can come from is a personal place, and imagining those parts of myself that might, in some alternate universe, be capable of occupying this position,
right?
And then trying to behave from that.
And finally, I spoke to Sebastian Arcelus, who had previously played journalist Lucas Goodwin on House of Cards.
Have you seen House of Cards?
Oh yeah, I'm all the way caught up. So what happens in season 2? You have a little time on your hands, a little bit, right?
Exactly, sprung out of jail, and if you can't beat him, join him, right? So now I work in the State Department.
Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Our theme music is Scott Buckley's Clarion. Remember to give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.